Hey everyone, it's your girl Tara Michelle. Welcome to Mass Filming Day. Welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Today's video is going to be all about those fragrances that I love, but I don't really talk about much on my channel. So I want to take the time to give them some shine, and I'm going to make every effort I can in 2022 to wear them more and talk about them more. So if you're curious about these, let's jump right into the video. I remember when I first found out about this house and I thought their prices were way too expensive and none of their notes really spoke to me. So I decided to order all 3 of their discovery kits, and my mind was blown by a few of their fragrances and I had to have them all. So the house I'm talking about is called Sylvain Delacourt, and this particular fragrance is called Ascarine. Now, let me tell you something. This costs like $70 for this little bitty thing. First of all, it is expensive, but let me tell you something. It is worth it to me. You know, sometimes you just want a luxury niche fragrance, an indie fragrance. And so you're going to pay a little bit more for, you know, what you want from that house. So Ascarine is a beautiful orange blossom fragrance. I was terrified at first because I was like, basil, pine needle, cypress, woody this. What are we talking about? Like, is this for women or isn't it? And let me tell you something. The orange blossom, this is so outstanding. This is so outstanding. I believe there's bergamot in here too, because baby, I sure just got me a whiff of that beautiful citrus. Gotta be. That's not neroli. That's gotta be bergamot. So, Ascarine, just beautiful. And I don't really wear any of my Sylvain Delacourts that often because I feel like I need to be going somewhere important and doing something super special. But you know what? Being alive is important and super special. Again, my mentality has changed since November, baby. So I will be reaching for these fragrances this spring and this summer. Again, if you love the note of orange blossom, try this one. Try their discovery sets, because I think when you buy the discovery sets, how much ever you spend on those, you get like a credit towards your full bottle. So I think that's how that works. It's been years, y'all. But Ascarine from the house of Sylvain Delacourt. I am a sucker for Lily of the Valley and lychee. This fragrance here touts a whole bunch of notes, even ozonic notes. Like, sometimes like sun notes. Sun, really? You put sun in a perfume? Okay. So either way, I love what's going on in this bottle, but I'm a fan of the entire line. I'm a fan of the house. From the recently free from her conservatorship, Miss Britney Spears, we have Fantasy Intimate. Like, I like Fantasy, but I had to give it to my 9-year-old. I just needed to. And Fantasy by Night, or whatever it is with that plum, I gave it to my 17-year-old. I love Fantasy Intense and I love Fantasy Intimate. And I know a lot of people use this to wear it to bed, but baby, this is great for date night. It's also great for rainy days when you're just feeling cozy and you're feeling like you want to stay home, but you still have to go to work. This can keep you in a real mellow mood, a good mood, even having to drive in the rain and stuff like that. I love this fragrance. Yeah, at 41, I'm still wearing Britney Spears. Sure am. This used to be my signature scent for about a year. When I tell you I was obsessed with this fragrance, I mean, obsessed isn't even a good enough word. The notes that read on this aren't what I smell though. I thought for sure that this was going to be like, they was going to have some vine or some bamboo or some musk in it. But instead you get like orange blossom and Casablanca lily and ylang ylang and bergamot and sandalwood and stuff like that. So I don't know, but it is a crisp and clean and fantastic fragrance according to me. This is Gucci Bamboo. And this is the Eau de Parfum formulation. I have got to wear her more. Like, this is so nostalgic for me. Oh man, I remember purchasing this when it first came out. Like, I guess I definitely get the lily, but and a little bit of the bergamot, but this ylang ylang and what's the other, orange blossom, like this, it just, it's crazy to me. I definitely get the sandalwood for sure, but it's just, it's so beautiful, y'all. Have you ever tried Gucci Bamboo? I feel like everybody has, but of course, There are people who are just now getting into perfume and may not know what I'm talking about. But for the OGs in the perfume realm, have you owned this? What did you think about it? Hit me up in the comments. Again, with the perfect fruity floral combination, it's going to bring you that sandalwood and tonka bean and that dry down, baby. Okay, so this is another one from the House of Roches, and this is Mademoiselle Couture. Earlier in one of my other videos, I was talking to you guys about Mademoiselle Roches Eau de Parfum. So this is the Couture formulation. Again, very unassuming, very kind, very pretty for the sake of being pretty fragrance. One of these fragrances that I just love having because it smells so good. And I think I'm really going to try to put some use into this spring. I just like this line, man. It's almost a shame because I feel like if I were just getting into perfumes, I would definitely reach for this more. But because my collection is so big, I tend not to reach for those unassuming fragrances anymore. I want the big, bang, loud fragrances. And even though she isn't that, every time I smell her, she just melts my heart. So again, that is Mademoiselle Roches from the House of Roches. The whole entire line is super inexpensive too. So if you are shopping on a budget or if you are just getting into fragrance, I really think if you like fruity florals, you should give this line a try. This next fragrance is so beautiful, especially when you compare it to the Eau de Parfum. I don't like that version because it has this terrible patchouli in it, but this one here doesn't have the patchouli. This is Jimmy Choo Eau de Toilette formulation. Oh, it is stunning. That Taif Rose in here isn't as potent as I'm used to a Taif Rose being, but the orchid in this stands out. The woodiness in this stands out. The pear and green notes, perfection. I absolutely love the greenness of the pear in this. It's so pretty. Again, it's one of those really safe fragrances. I could have put this on my safe fragrance list. This is one that shouldn't be too overwhelming for anyone, but it does have a nice woody dry down that might not go over well with some. So that's what kept it off of that list. But I really want to put more wear into this for the spring. I really enjoy this. I don't usually prefer the note of incense, but I'm guessing that black tea, incense, and tonka bean speaks to my spirit because this is L'Ombre de Merveille. And not to be confused with the L'Ambre, the amber version. This is so good, so calming, so soothing, absolutely unique, very much unisex, pulling unisex, so not feminine or masculine. Just something I love to wear on rainy days, something I love to wear when I'm going on walks where there's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of leaves. It just makes me feel like I'm one with the earth, with a little bit of a spicy kick because of the incense. So yeah, this one is a unique one. Not even sure why I like it, but I do. And I want to get more wear out of it this spring. This next fragrance is my favorite use of nutmeg in a fragrance. It also has juniper berries and coriander. So when I first smelled this, I was really shocked at how much I loved it. But the amber in here, the musk, the vanilla, it just all comes together. The woodsy notes, it's absolutely amazing. This is definitely unisex, pulling unisex, maybe slightly more feminine, but it's gentle fluidity in gold from the House of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I love this. I talk about MFK all the time, but Gentle Fluidity in Gold is also just a really great done fragrance. I almost said a masterpiece, but I won't go that far because Baccarat Rouge really is to me. But this one is really great in its own right. It's really great. Next up, we have what many consider to be a holy grail fragrance. There's so many notes going on in here. It is absolutely ridiculous, but it works. This is slightly tropical, very fruity, slightly floral, slightly woody, slightly green. It's just a lot of things. This is M. Micallef's Ylang in Gold. This is one of those ones you can shake up and make it all pretty and stuff. I I do like this fragrance, but it is so hoity-toity to me. The packaging, in Micallef, the house itself, and I never wear it because I don't go anywhere important enough. But I'm gonna try to make more use of this year. I really want to get a chance to wear it and experience it. I had a little small sample of what it was. It's like a 5 milliliter sample of it, and I went through that, and that's how I knew I wanted to purchase it. And ever since I've gotten it, it just sits there. I really dislike when I do that, but let me shake it up for y'all because the stuff is down at the bottom. But this is a really pretty fragrance. It costs a nice little penny, and it's probably better to just do it from the back. It becomes gold. You're laying in gold. So yeah, I like it. I'll try to wear it more. Next up is one of my favorite fresh, clean, fruity, floral fragrances. This is from the house of Vince Camuto, and this is called Illuminaire Intensa. I loved the original Illuminaire. It was just one of those very fresh, clean fragrances. I ended up selling it because I didn't reach for it, but this one here, I really enjoyed this. This is another simple fragrance. This is one of those that will be perfect for people shopping on a budget, kind of, sort of. I think this might still be $90 in some places, but you can find it on sale. Don't spend $90, which is ridiculous. You can find them at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, because that's where I got this one from. It was a tester, but I purchased this one there. And I really love this fragrance for just normal everyday wear. For, you can wear it to work, but you can wear it running errands, just anywhere. And it's just really clean and still fruity and floral. This one also is another one with a ton of notes in it, but it works well. It's not chaotic. It's not screechy or herky-jerky. What they put in here works well together. So if you're looking for an easy breezy everyday fragrance, this is definitely one you might want to try if you just want to switch things up a bit. Tell me in the comments real quickly, how many of you have never even heard of this? How many of you have never even heard of the house of Vince Camuto? I get that a lot when I'm talking about Salvatore Ferragamo and Vince Camuto. A lot of people don't even know who they are, but they make really good fragrances that are not super expensive, especially Salvatore Ferragamo. I had samples of this fragrance and another fragrance from the line, and I instantly had to purchase a full bottle. This is Rain from Commodity. Baby, the Lotus in here, listen. This is a beautiful fragrance for spring and summer. Rain just does something for me. You gotta like those clean green florals though, and you gotta like a little bit of a woodiness as well. This is a very pretty fragrance. Oh my goodness, this could be somebody's signature scent for all of spring and summer, and I wouldn't mind at all. I can smell this every single day. Again, that is Rain from Commodity. I love benzoin and amber and tonka bean and vanilla, and this fragrance just has a beautiful blend of those in it. This also touts quite a few notes as well, and this is from Commodity, and it is called Gold. I had samples of this too. Baby, Rain and Gold automatically stood out to me, and I had to have them both. Man, gold smells so good. I love the amber and tonka bean in this. Also fantastic everyday fragrance. This is perfect for spring, summer, and fall if you want to wear it then. But I just want to put some work into these. These are fragrances that should not just be sitting on the shelf. I went through the samples, got the full bottles, and then just by the time they came, had moved on to something else. Do you guys do that too? I know I say it in a lot of my videos, but this is exactly why I want to take the time to stop repurchasing everything that I go through. It's not necessary to repurchase everything, and really start to dwindle down. I would love to, and I know I have a YouTube channel, and some people are probably thinking, how is she going to do that and still keep up her channel? I can still travel and focus on fragrances. I can still go and test things and don't necessarily have to purchase them, or buy decants and travel sizes that I can move through relatively quickly. I'm still going to be out here doing my thing. But I don't have to own over 400 fragrances to have a YouTube channel. And I definitely don't need to own over 400 if I want to keep my sanity. Because when I think about letting them turn or go bad after putting money into them, that doesn't work for me. So I want to get down to something that's manageable. Maybe I actually only dwindle down to 100, or maybe I just dwindle down to 50. But where I am currently, never again. That is it for my list of fragrances that I love but never talk about. I hope to be talking about them with you guys more because I should be using them and wearing them more. Please don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, click that notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. I want to talk to you guys in the comments. What are the fragrances you own that you don't touch? And you're like, this is the year. I am going to wear that more. I'm going to experience that because if for no other reason, I spent my money on it. Talk to me in the comments. Until then.